Yo, it's your boy TTK, and welcome back to another Smogon Draft League video. Today we are up against Monai for the round 2 of the Smogon Draft Kickoff Tour. Now, we've played the game, we have the replay, so I'm going to be going over the replay, all the prep and all that good stuff. But yeah, before I get into the replay, if you guys do enjoy this video, please leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon content. We have a lot of mono-type videos that are coming out on Generation 9. We've also covered some of our previous Draft League games that we played in the Smogon Draft Kickoff Tour. So again, if you guys want to see that sort of content and you're interested in that sort of stuff, subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of that stuff coming soon. Road to 1,000 subscribers as well by the end of the year. So yeah, thanks for all the recent support lately as well. But either way, let's talk about this matchup exactly. If you've seen my previous Draft League videos, it's basically the same team that I've used before. You know, I have access to Chi-Yu, which is able to Terra into any type, and Chi-Yu is pretty crazy with Terra type, especially when you're in a draft format where you know what your opponent is bringing, so you can always prep around that and bring, you know, a type that works, you know, out the most. You know, Iron Hands is the bulkiest guy of all time. There's nothing this guy can't eat from anything on his team. Iron Hands is just built different. We have Azu here as well. I wanted to go belly drum actually, but I was like, nah, I don't think I would find the opportune time to set up. So I was just going huge power, like attacking Azu. Because like if you really deep it, Azu still hits like 436 attack with huge power, so like you don't really need any boosting. Like it still just does a lot of damage regardless. Mimikyu's here because, you know, disguise is a fun ability, and you know, it stops me from getting steamrolled by anything he really wants to do. You know, assault vest. I was gonna say assault vest scissor, like swords dance scissor, potentially Iron Valiant as well with the boost energy and stuff like that. Psychozar's like hazard remove one. Psychozar's actually done pretty well for itself, surprisingly. Like, you know, spins actually has good damage output. Regenerate is a cool ability as well. And then we have Clodside, the boy. You know, you can't go wrong with Chonky. You really just can't go wrong with Chonky. But either way, prepping into Monai's matchup, it was kind of annoying to deal with, not gonna lie. You know, Iron Valiant is a very scary Pokemon for me to handle, so I do have like Fizz Def Clodside, like, you know, Spadef AV, Iron Hands to, you know, make sure that Mon doesn't really dumpster truck me. You know, Iron Jugglis gets handled by Iron Hands. Kokwavo, you know, I still have like Water Absorb Clod, so I'm immune to, you know, water, and obviously it's a poison type, so I resist fighting, so that's kind of handled at the same time. Scissor was the thing I was worried about the most because that's his Terra Captain, so, you know, he can Terra into any type, and I wouldn't really know what type he's Terraing into, so that is impossible to really prep for that sort of stuff. You just have to kind of hope your team can deal with that whenever it arises, you know. And then the ones that he didn't bring on his team were Brambleghast and Sylveon, and I kind of did prep for the Brambleghast by, you know, bringing Psychozar, because you know, Brambleghast really only has Ghost and Grass coverage, which, you know, Psychozar resists, so that's why Psychozar is also here on the team. And Sylveon as well, not anything I was particularly worried about. You know, Clodsire kind of handles that efficiently, but I didn't really have a poison move on my Clodsire, so Sylveon could potentially set up and, you know, go crazy. But also, you know, I have Mimikyu, Azu, like fast physical Pokemon that would be able to handle Sylveon. But either way, I didn't bring Orthworm or Rotom Wash. Orthworm has been pretty useless overall, so, you know, I haven't brought it to a single game. It doesn't really do anything in any matchup really, but, you know, Rotom Wash, it was basically a Zoomer or Rotom Wash, and I was like, Azu definitely puts in a lot more work against his team, even though defensively Rotom Wash does handle his team quite well as well. You know, beats Rotom Heat, checks Kokwavo, you know, handles Iron Jugglis to a certain extent as well. But yeah, enough about the analysis. Let's get into the replay. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. But yeah, I knew he was going to lead off with Jugglis, but it's in the sense that, you know, like, what else do I lead off with? Like, I don't want, you know, anything else dying. It's not the time for Iron Hands to get chipped by this thing's Hurricane or Earth Power, which I know that I have Earth Power, so this turn I basically have to Terra into, you know, my Terra type, which was Water, to, you know, handle Scissor, because, like, I was expecting, you know, Scissor to Terra into, you know, a Fire type, to be honest, because Scissor's biggest weakness is, you know, his times 4 fire weakness, and obviously with Terra that gets eliminated depending on which type you go. So I was like, if he goes, you know, Terra Fire, I can go Terra Water and beat him up with Terra Blast. So, you know, either way, I Terra into Water, so I'm not weak to, you know, Iron Jugglis' Earth Power, and obviously that just does 33%, like no damage whatsoever. So Iron Jugglis is already down on, you know, the turn. They bring out Kokwavo, and I go into my Clodsire, which is Fizz Death. Takes that quite well, to be honest, so I'm happy about that. So I managed to get rocks against Clodsire here, and I was like, I'm carrying Earthquake, and I have 4 speed EVs just outspeed other Clodsires, e.g. hit their Clodsire. So they got rocks there, and Clodsire is chipped thanks to that crit. It would have 2-hit killed anyway, but I toxic the Rotom Heat here, which is actually pretty good for me. And I got onto Iron Hands because I'm like, what does this thing do to me? If it burns me first, well, he's toxic, so he's on the timer. So they go for Overheat, +2, only does 39. Insane damage from, you know, insane tanking from Iron Hands, to be honest. I'm really proud of this Pokemon. And they go for another Overheat, does 18, which is, you know, half, basically. And I go for the Heavy Slam because I was predicting, you know, Iron Valiant to come in on, you know, the Drain Punch. So they activate their Boost Energy, Quark Drive, Speed. They go for Zen Headbutt instead of Spirit Break, which is kind of insane, as I Heavy Slam and almost kill Iron Valiant. So Iron Hands did his job, you know, basically took out 2 Pokemon. I got onto my Azu here, and they go onto Clodsire, which is Water Absorb and not Unaware. So they recover a good bit of health back. Maybe I could have Ice Spinned, who knows, but, you know, at this point I didn't really know if he was, you know, Water Absorb Clod. But I go for the Ice Spin on Kokoevo, doesn't really do too much, but Kokoevo has nothing to hit me with other than Brave Bird, which they click there, and, you know, doesn't do anything to my Azu. So, you know, Play Rough kills Kokoevo. Now he's down to half his team, and he brings out Scissor, which is his Terra Captain. So I don't know what he's planning, but I decided to Liquidation anyway, because at this point in the game, I'm like, there's no way he's a Terra type that, you know, resists water. So, you know, like, I just click Liquidation, my strongest move, and does good damage to Scissor. He does SD, and I'm like, Bullet Punch probably kills me at, you know, +2, but they go for the Terra Normal Quick Attack, which is Technician boosted, which I say I wasn't really expecting, but at the same time, I have Mimikyu, so, you know, even if you go for the Bullet Punch, which also you get stab bonus even if you Terra into a different type, you know, Mimikyu can come out. I couldn't really go anything else. +2 Quick Attack would have just folded everything else, not gonna lie, or even +2 Bullet Punch. But yeah, I have to go Mimikyu because, you know, Disguise is a very good ability. So Mimikyu comes in and they go on to Clodsire, and I'm just like, cool, I can go for the Play Rough here. Does good damage, 22, so obviously means that, you know, Shadow Claw gets the kill on Clodsire. So Mimikyu gets that kill there, and they forfeit because, you know, Valiant's on 14. That gets sneaked, and yeah, the game's done. So yeah, 18 turns. It was a pretty quick game, all things considered, and I was pretty much panicking the whole matchup, like, prep, because I'm just like, how do I handle Terra, you know, Sizzle? Like, I don't know what Terra type he's gonna bring. It might F me up, you know. I really didn't know what to expect. I even expected Bramblegrass to come because, you know, I have a team that doesn't really have the strongest grass resist, you know. Like, Orthworm is just a bad Pokemon, I'm not gonna lie. It's not really too good in draft, but, you know, other Pokemon that I have, you know, Clodsire is neutral to grass, Rotom Wash is weak to grass. Like, some of my strongest Pokemon that make up the core of my team are, like, you know, they don't handle grass the best. So I was expecting Bramble, but, you know, everything here was kind of useful in the end. But, you know, I don't know what else you could have really replaced for Bramble. That's the thing. So I guess it was a case where they couldn't really bring it. But either way, that was the game for round 2 of the Smogon Kickoff tour. Round 3 will come out, you know, next week, and I'll play my game as well, record it, maybe live if, you know, I'm in a headspace where I can, you know, record it live. But yeah, thanks for watching this video again, guys. Like and subscribe if you already haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.